Okay, Jaguar, this is all the pieces. This is what you're going to get in, this is going to be crate number 2, and in crate number 1, I'll show you that in a second. This is everything you're going to get in the crate with the mounting apparatus over there. Just to review, we've got 4 30 caliber M134 replicas. Lid opens, closes. Each one has about a foot of ammo to it. On each one, the bolt racks, springs forward. All of them are made exactly the same, so they've all got the same features to them. Barrel cooler, barrel. There is a muzzle brake on the end of each one, as well as the traditional aircraft gun sight. This piece right here, I'm going to nickname that the handlebars. That's got the wooden grip from the Browning M2A1. The big arms are mounting onto the mount itself. Now the mount itself actually looks like a farm implement or something you see on the front end of a snowplow. It's got the half moon rakes that you were looking for. And this here is a mounting system to put it on a pole. Basically, you just put the whole mount system on a pole, and this will give you the 360 degrees as well as the elevation to it. The tray itself mounts up all 4 guns through one of the major holes. I'll show you that in a second. The handlebars mount in this way, get bolted onto, there's 2 bolts here, and there's 2 bolts down the bottom. That's where we're going to secure the handlebars. So this is mounted up on a pole. You can see we've got the pole mount stuck in the pole. Now I've got it in the grass, but if you wanted to put that on an automobile or a truck bed, that'd be fine too. It's hanging a little bit weird right now because we don't have the guns put on. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the handlebars on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this around so it's upside down technically. And I can get at these 2 bolts, and I can get at these 2 bolts down the bottom. So you see how that's sitting. It looks a little bit weird right now. We're going to get at these, and we're going to get at these 2 down here. Now the handlebars have 2 different sized holes. Right here we can see the holes are a little bit bigger on this whole side of the arms. If we flip it over, the holes are a lot smaller. This is where you want to put the washers and nuts to hold it in. The larger holes are built so they actually go over these securing nuts right here. So that means the handlebars have to go in a certain way, not upside down, but this way. Let me show you what that looks like when we start to put it in. So the larger holes are on this side, and they're going to go right up against the bolts here. Just going to bring that right in. It's a little bit of a magic trick, but trust me, it does go in there. There we go. Look at that. Drops right in. There we go. You can see down the bottom we've got the bolts in. We've got the bolts coming through the handlebars. Okay, we're going to put our washers and nuts on there in just a second. It's the same thing up here. It's a little bit of a magic trick to get that thing in. Slow wiggling, a little bit of jiggling, it will get in. It kind of bumps up against this a little bit, and the length of the bolts is just right. So a little bit of patience there is all it's going to take. Now what I usually do is I get 1 bolt in there just finger tight, and that way I can secure the other ones. Up top, first I put the washer in there. That's just sort of standard construction. Finger tight this one, and then the washer and nut on the other one. And whatever you do, don't drop the nut on the grass. Alright, so now we've got that locked in. You want to put a wrench on these and tighten them up. Same with the ones down there. That way your hand grip is going to be very tight to the base of the gun. Okay, so now I've got those tightened up, and it's time now to mount the guns on this beast. Guns go in pretty easy. Obviously there's 4 guns, and if you look at the front of the plate from this angle, you can see there's 4 holes. Those are big holes, and they match exactly to a bolt in the center of each gun. Now on the bottom of each gun, we've got a big bolt into each one through a threaded fastener inside. What we're going to do is we're just going to unscrew that, and this is the hole that lines up with the base plate and holds the gun in place. Let me show you how that works. So the first thing you want to do is just locate one of the big holes. Put the bolt right through it like that. Now, because this whole system is upside down, I'm going to put my barrel pointing that way. Just bring it up to the bolt, match it in, and give the bolt a couple twists. What you can see here is the bolt goes right through the base plate, and then it goes into the gun itself. There's the threaded fastener in there, so just crank it in and then put a wrench on it and tighten it down. Alright, so in this case for the first gun, we've got the bolt tightened down. Don't monstrously over tighten that. You want it secure enough so the gun doesn't wiggle, but you don't want to monstrously over tighten that. The bolt itself is a standard 3/8 inch bolt off the shelf at any hardware. The thread inside the gun is a standard 3/8 inch thread. It's an American. So if you wanted to put twisty knobs on here or something fancy, it's a regular ordinary thread. I don't like that metric stuff. Now we've got one gun mounted. We're going to go ahead and mount all the other ones so you get a good idea of what it looks like. Okay, so all 4 guns are secured in. Again, it's just a matter of tightening up the bolt. Don't do any world record setting over tighten on that. Just want to do it enough to secure the guns. So now they're pointed downward. I say we get this puppy so these things are pointed upwards. That's a pretty easy thing. Push the whole mess forward. Okay, there we go. There's our Quad 30 with aircraft gun sights mounted up on a 360 rotation. Hard down, hard up. The only problem you've got here is it's a little bit out of balance. You know, you probably want somebody to give you a hand getting it rotated up. But you got your handlebars there. You got your ammo belts. You got your open and closable lids. You got your gun sights. Muzzle brakes on the end of each one. The only thing you'll have to procure is the pole that goes down to whatever you're going to attach it to. I hope this is what you were looking for. I hope this is what you were expecting. If it's not, remember, at Unusual Machines, we do offer a 60-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. If you're not fully satisfied, we will return your money within 60 days. Let us know first. Talk to us. If there's something about this that breaks, we've got a return policy and a repair policy. Please, you'll find, look in the crate, you'll find those, as well as other information on Unusual Machines. 360 degrees, vertical, horizontal, manual, wooden handled, Quad 360. Perfect for mounting in a zombie vehicle. Contact us at unusualmachines.com. Just as a note, once you get this thing mounted on a pole, you don't need to lock this onto the pole or anything like that. Gravity alone is going to keep this thing down. The entire assembly is actually, you're talking probably 20-30 pounds. Gravity's going to hold that in, so I wouldn't really worry about that.